students. Today I'm going to explain you chapter 2 of class 6. The name of the chapter is Oceans and Continents. Okay, so let's start the chapter. So in intro of this chapter, you already know that our entire Earth is made up of basically two things: the ocean and continents. The landmass area is considered to be as continent, and the entire water body is a ocean. Okay, so let's study about both the components one by one. So the first topic we have the distribution of water and land on the earth. So how they are distributed over the area. So oceans and continents are not distributed equally. That means they are not equally distributed. The oceans together hold most of the water available. That means that almost the 71% of water is available in the ocean part. Okay. However, seawater is salty and unfit for use by most land animals, including humans. That means we have a lot of water on our Earth. That's why it's also considered as a blue planet. Okay, but still we don't have water. We have water scarcity. It is because the water available we have is a seawater, which is not for drinking and for any other purpose which humans need. Fresh water makes up very small part of the water resources on the earth. Fresh water is found in glaciers, rivers, lakes in the atmosphere and also underground earth. Okay, as I have already mentioned that we have very little bit fresh water, and where they found? They found in glaciers, rivers, lakes and in atmosphere. Okay. The maps provide a view of the earth from the above of North Pole and South Pole. That means the images we have given are showing the north and south pole of the earth. Okay. So the blue areas represent oceans, which also include smaller water bodies like seas, bays, and gulfs. Okay, so these are water portions which are including oceans, seas, and gulfs. Okay. Now we are going to study about ocean life. That what are the aquatic animals are present in water. So oceans are the home to a wide variety of plants and animals, from the smallest parts to plankton and largest whales. So we already know that the smallest aquatic animal is plankton. So from plankton to whales, all the species are present in our water bodies. Marine plants like seaweed and phytoplankton produce much of the world's oxygen and forms the base of food chain. Okay, that means it is not necessary for them to live only for themselves but for human beings also, because it is mentioned that plankton produce most of the world's oxygen, and for humans it is necessary for oxygen. Okay, so plankton are helping for humans also to survive in the world. Fish, crabs, turtles, dolphins, sharks are common ocean animals. Okay, coral reefs, it is also represented as rainforest of the sea. Okay, it provides shelter to thousands of species. Life is adapted to different depths, pressures, and temperatures by the aquatic animals which they survive in ocean life. Okay, it is vital for maintaining Earth's balance, providing the base of food chain. Okay, now we are going to study about oceans one by one. So let's study oceans. So oceans are the vast salt water bodies which we have already discussed. That's why this is not available for us for drinking. Okay, so the blue color which you can see in this image, which is representing the entire blue color in the image, representing the oceans, the water bodies present on the earth. Okay, so you can see that almost area is of blue color. That's why it is called as a blue planet. Okay. Okay, this is a land mass which is continent. Okay, we can say this is a continent because this is a land mass on the earth, and this is entire water body which we called as ocean. Okay, so as you can see from the image also that we have 7 continents. Okay, and we have 5 oceans. Let's study further about it. Okay, so these oceans are not really separate. Okay, for example, you can see that we have considered it this area as a Pacific Ocean, this is Atlantic Ocean, this is Arctic Ocean, and so on. This is Southern and Indian Ocean. Okay, but can you see any border line which is separating all the oceans? No. Okay, which is representing that there is no any border which is representing all the oceans. This is just a convention. Okay, which is classified. We have categorized that this part, and this part is this that option. Okay, so definitely they are not separating by any boundary. So the line which divide oceans on a map are not more than a convention already mentioned. They are followed by natural one. Okay, so there is no natural division among the oceans. Let's study about marine life and its biodiversity. So oceans are home to a wide variety of life. The plant life in the ocean known as marine flora. Okay, so marine flora, what is this? Marine flora is basically the plant life. Okay, and similarly, this marine fauna is the life of animals, okay, which includes thousands of species. For example, colorful fish, dolphins, whales. Okay, these are aquatic animals which present in our ocean. Okay, so each part of the ocean, from the brightest surface of the dark depth, is full of life forms. Clear? So what are the size of oceans? So there are different. We have already mentioned that there are 5 oceans. So every ocean are of different sizes. Okay. So among all the oceans, Pacific Ocean is considered to be as the largest, and the lowest ocean is Atlantic Ocean. Okay. This is point to be remembered for exams. Indian Ocean is the third largest ocean. Okay. So, do you know why we have categorized as Indian Ocean? Because it is just below the country India, okay? Indian Ocean is present just below the India, so it is known as Indian Ocean, okay? With the Southern Ocean of being fourth, okay? The smallest of 5 ocean is Arctic Ocean, okay? So, I'm sorry to mention the smallest one is Arctic Ocean, okay? Understanding the boundaries of Indian Ocean. Okay, so let's understand the boundaries of Indian Ocean now. The Indian Ocean is bordered by Asia to the north, Africa to the west, okay, and Australia to the east. To the south, it is connected to the Southern Ocean. On either side of India, there are two important parts of Indian Ocean. The Arabian Sea lies to the Western Bay of Bengal is catalyzed to east of India. So this theoretical can be expressed from this diagram. So as you can see, this is our country India. We have already mentioned that on west side it is Arabian Sea and on right side it is Bay of Bengal. Okay, and on the above, India is a part of Asia continent. Okay, so India is present at the top, at the bottom point of Asia. Okay, so the above part we have Asia. Okay, India is also a part of Asia, but it is present at the bottom of the continent. Okay. And in south, we have already mentioned it is Indian Ocean. Okay, and other things are present according to that. Now we have oceans and disasters. So oceans often give rise to storms. Okay, these storms are so what are storms? Basically, these are some violent movements. For example, cyclones, like strong winds are blowing. Okay, very extreme rainfall are having. Okay, so these are some symptoms of cyclone. So storms are also similar to that. Okay, so we can say that oceans often rise to storms. That is, this is also dangerous for human economy as well. Okay, and for everyone, because it creates damage to earth. A tsunami is a natural disaster that originates in the ocean. Okay, so tsunami is a natural disaster which originates in the ocean. Okay, because it is not a part of human activity, it happens naturally. It is huge, powerful wave generally caused by a strong earthquake or a volcanic eruption at the bottom of the ocean. Tsunamis can travel thousands of kilometers and submerge coastal areas, causing widespread damage to life and property. Okay, so this is like cyclone. This is like high water waves are blowing through oceans. Okay, which creates damage to the Earth's property. Okay, such disasters that lead to loss of human life, property, and handled under disaster management. India has its own natural disaster management authority which to deal with all kinds of disaster. Okay, so these are natural disasters, so humans are not controllable to all those, but we can manage these disasters and we can help the people who have suffered these disasters. So for such reasons, a natural disaster management authority has been designed by our own country, India, and like this, every country have their specific organizations like these. Okay, so we have completed the topic oceans. Now we are moving on to the landmass part, which is known as continent. Okay, there are 7 known continents. Okay, but counting the continents is not simple. Hence, based on different methods, we have around 4 to 7 continents. Okay, so North America and South America are generally considered to be 2 continents. Okay, so if you think that America is America, why we have classified in North America and South America? Because the land is very vast. Okay, you will study that they can consider it as single continent, but because they form a large landmass. Okay, the area is so large, we have it's better to classify them in North and South continent. Okay, Europe and Asia are generally considered as 2 continents. Okay, so Europe and Asia are can be considered as 1 continent because they are joined together with the Ural mountain. and together we called it as Eurasia. Okay, but we have classified it into separate continents, and the reason is again same, that is landmass. Okay, although they form a single landmass according to the map. Okay, but they are different continents. I have already mentioned that they are separated by Ural Mountain. Okay, so due to differences in historical and cultural development, Europe and Asia are considered as two different continents. However, geologists often consider as single continent named Eurasia. Okay, Eurasia and Africa are usually regarded as two continents, but sometimes as one. Okay, so you are. I hope you are observing that these are two different continents, but because they are joined together, they are very close to each other. We are categorizing as a one continent. Okay. Since 1991, the Indian Antarctica program has been exploring Antarctica. It is a continent with a very cold climate and harsh environment. It is located around the southern pole. So just because it is located around the southern pole, so definitely sun rays are not directly reached to that part. So that part is very cold. Okay, that's why this was considered. Count of continents in alphabetic order. So four continents. So okay, so I hope I have already told you that it is not easy to classify continents. So we generally say that we have 4 to 7 continents. Okay, but we have studied that many continents which are joined together, which are very close to together, are considered to be as the same landmass. Okay, so we say there are 4 to 7 continents. So four continents, what are those? Africa, Eurasia. Eurasia are what? Okay, so Eurasia is Europe plus Asia. ओके और इसी एशिया के अंदर इंडिया भी आता है. ओके एंड अमेरिका, अंटार्कटिका, ऑस्ट्रेलिया. सो दीज आर द 4 continents which we classified, and the 5 continents if we say, तो Africa, America, Antarctica, Australia and Eurasia. Again, Eurasia is considered as one continent, but they are different, Europe and Asia. Okay, 6 continents if we classify it, then Africa, Antarctica, Australia, Eurasia, North America and South America. Okay, in above one we did not classify America, but in lower one we classified it. And in 7 continents, which most commonly people say there are 7 continents, that these are these. Okay, in which we have separated Europe and Asia as well. Okay, now let's study about islands. So I'm sure you would have a basic idea about this term. Island is something which has water bodies around. Okay, which are surrounded by water from all the 4 sides. Okay, these are considered to be as island. Okay, the land surrounded by water on all sides. So there are many islands on the earth in various sizes. Greenland is considered to be as the largest among all the islands. Okay, so this is important to learn that Greenland is the largest island among all the islands in the world. Continents are also surrounded by water. Okay, we have seen that continents are also surrounded by water, but why we did not classify them as an island? Because the large is because the size of continents is very large as compared to islands. Okay, because of vast size they are not classified as islands. Okay, there are many islands on the earth having different sizes. There are more than 1300 small islands in India. Okay, so particularly in India there are more than 1300 islands, because there are many small lands present on the entire earth surface. Okay, it is includes 2 major groups: Andaman and Nicobar Islands in Bay of Bengal, and Lakshadweep Island in Arabian Sea. Okay, next we have ocean and life. Oceans and continents are essential to our environment and influence many aspects of our lives, even if we don't always realize it. Okay, so we don't realize their importance. Okay, but oceans and continents are essential to our environment. Oceans are a key part of the Earth's water cycle, helping to provide rainfall. Okay, so definitely I hope you would know that for rainfall, water ocean body is required for maintaining this cycle. So without ocean, there would be no rain and the Earth would become a desert. Okay, that means we are not realizing the importance of ocean and water, but simultaneously ocean is providing rain for us, which is definitely required for all the human being. Otherwise our earth will become a desert, as the book is mentioning. And ocean also provide more than half of the world's oxygen through their planet life. We have already discussed in the beginning of the chapter that the smallest marine life species in plankton, which is providing a large area of world oxygen, right? So earning them to title the planet's lungs. That means we can categorize ocean as planet's lung, because aquatic animals are generally present in ocean. Okay, This makes ocean crucial in regulating the climate and supporting life on Earth. Oceans had a significant influence on humanity throughout history. People have used them for migration, trade, military conflicts, and as a vital source of food through fishing. Okay, coastal cultures around the world have been shaped by the sea, with many having stories and legends about the ocean, including sea goddess, monsters, and breathers. Okay, so this is very basic to understand that. Oceans that through water bodies people do fishing for the food, right? So ocean is also providing as a source of food for human beings, and apart from this we categorize it as sea goddess, monsters, and so many stories also have been on the on oceans. These tales reflect both the dangers and blessings of the oceans. Okay, so this states that this is both good and bad for us. Okay, now, ocean and pollution. Let's talk about it. So, scientists study have shown how oceans are polluted by human activities. Okay, so according to scientists, they have shown how humans are polluting oceans. So, several million tons of plastic waste is thrown to ocean every year. That means every year we are continuously throwing plastic waste into ocean. There are several other forms of pollution. As a result, the marine ecosystem is under threat. Overfishing, excessive fishing is another cause for the decline of marine life. It is our collective responsibility to protect oceans for the future of planet and humanity. So we have discussed with the entire chapter that how oceans are really important for us. They are providing us oxygen through their marine aquatic life. Okay, they are also providing us as a source of food. But humans are doing overfishing, which is depleting of fishing, depleting of marine life. Okay, we are putting so much extra plastic waste into water bodies every year, which is a cause of polluting oceans. Okay, so this is our responsibility to maintain oceans clean and care of that for future needs, right? So here our chapter completes. Now we will move on to the exercise. Let's move on to the exercise portion. The first question we have, which of the following is called the blue planet? So, the Earth, obviously, the Earth is called the blue planet because 70%, 71% of water is present in the ocean areas. Okay, so the emblem of the Indian Navy motto invokes the deity. So, we already know that this is Varuna. Okay, which of the following hemisphere holds more water? So I think this is something which I have not told you about in the chapter. So this is southern hemisphere, which contains generally the more water as compared to northern hemisphere. Okay, and these such hemisphere do not actually exist. Which of the following is the busiest ocean? So Atlantic Ocean is considered to be as the busiest ocean in right now. It is because Europe and America very often trade between both the continents. This includes a very busiest ocean between due to both the countries. So Atlantic Ocean is considered to be as the busiest ocean due to these reasons. What is tsunami? So tsunami is a huge, powerful waves, okay, which is again a natural disaster. How many countries are there in the world? So we don't have any option like 4, 5, 6, which we studied in the above of the chapter. So you can see that other options are also very larger than 7, which is not possible. So 7 is the correct answer. The Earth's surface is made up of. So Earth's surface is made up of what? Earth's surface is made up of uh, uh, continents and oceans. Ocean and continents are not distributed equally between the northern and southern hemisphere. Dash are home to a wide variety of plants and animals from the smallest plankton to the largest whale. So definitely oceans is the right answer. A dash is a natural disaster that originates in the ocean. Okay, so which is a natural disaster that originates in the ocean. So we have studied above that. This is what? This is tsunami. Dash are pieces of land surrounded by land on all sides. So this is island. Okay, so now do some true or false. Oceans and continents are distributed equally. So you can see this stuff. This is they are not equally distributed. So this is the wrong option. Okay. Continents do not include all do not include all landmass, definitely, because there is a portion of islands which is not in the portion of continents. So this is true. Oceans and continents are vital part of the environment, so definitely this is true. The ocean holds most of the Earth's fresh water, so fresh water, the Earth does not contain most of the. Otherwise, the problem of water scarcity diminish. So there are 5 oceans on the Earth. These are the given 5 oceans, which is definitely correct. The right answer. Do some match the following questions. Okay, so Mathri is a scientific base station. Australia is what? So Australia is the smallest continent. Islands are surrounded by water on all the sides. So this is the right answer. Algae is flora and tsunami is caused by earthquake. Clear? Here are some short questions. Okay, so what is the most widespread color on globe? So definitely we all know this is blue. Okay. Okay, 71% of water is contained by oceans in our Earth. Most of the part is blue because it is water, so we can consider is that a blue planet. Okay, what is the largest body of land called, and what large continent expanse of land? Okay, so largest body of land called, this is definitely continents. Okay, because the land mass is continents. Okay, and if it is small land, they are considered to be as islands. Why is ocean water unfit for consumption by humans? Because ocean water is salty. This is salty, okay, which mostly contain sodium chloride into it, okay, which dehydrates the human body. Give names of 2 parts of Indian Oceans which are on either side of land. So this is very easy question. Arabian Sea and Andaman and Nicobar Island, okay. Which organization is responsible to deal with all kinds of disasters? So we have already discussed this. This is NDMA. Okay, and what is it? It's for full form National Disaster Management Association. Okay, so which island is known as largest in the world? So definitely, which is the largest island in the world? This is Greenland. Okay, so what is the purpose of Indian Antarctica program? So this purpose is to scientists basically organize it. Okay, so to see the management and all of it. So okay, more deeply you will study in higher classes about it. So how do oceans impact climate? So oceans impact climate because it manages a belt around it, okay, which creates disasters through it. Okay, we have studied it above, the disasters due to oceans. Okay, so all oceans are connected. So because this is convention, they are not connected through each other through any boundary. Okay, so this all you can write in this answer. Okay, what difference between marine flora and marine fauna? This is absolutely simple. Marine flora is plant life and marine fauna is animal life. So you can distinguish both the terms on the basis of it. So why? Give reason this is related to natural disaster, because is there because a triggered disaster happened on this day, okay, which affected Indian Ocean, around the countries like India, Sri Lanka, Indonesia. Okay, so this day is considered to be as a triggered day. Why did UN designated a day as World Ocean Day? Okay, to honor our world, that we all need to remember our responsibilities towards our future. So to remember that day, to remember the responsibilities of the world, this day has been organized. Oceans are integral to sustenance of life on Earth. Okay, so definitely you can discuss about this topic. So oceans sustain life but are not without perils for mankind. Definitely you can give examples around it as per the chapter above. Okay, discuss briefly how the oceans are polluted by the human activity. Again, this is we have already discussed in the above chapter. Okay, what you can write 2-3 points about fishing. Okay, we are consuming so much. We are doing fishing in excess. Okay, and what other factor you can write? You can write plastic weights. Okay, we are throwing plastic weights in oceans. Okay, so these are some important questions related to chapter. I hope you understood the chapter. Till that, thank you.